Hello, lovely people. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, we want to help you with how to use castor oil plant for family planning and other physical and spiritual purposes. The castor oil plant is a very common herb. It is used for family planning and a lot of things. So that is what we want to talk about today in this particular video. The castor plant or the castor oil plant is a very common herb. It is mostly found around bushes, homes, refuse dumps, and some other places. So if you go to any old refuse dump or nearby your house, you can easily get this particular herb for use. Now let's look at how we are going to use them for these purposes. So let's begin with the family planning. If you want to use this for family planning, what you do is that you get a dried seeds. Please, you are going to use the one with the red stalks. That is the male one. So the male one, you see that it bears some black seeds on it. So the black seeds, you use the one that is dried. You go to it and then you pluck any quantity that you want. So what you are going to do is that you remove the coat from it, and then you see that after removing everything, there will be some white substance inside the black coat. Please, the black coat is very poisonous, so please kindly ensure that you remove all the black coat from it before taking the white seed only. So what you are going to do is that after your menstruation, if you're a woman and you are going to use this, immediately after your menstruation, you take it. So you use your fingers to peel off the black coat from it. Please, you are not going to use your teeth. If you use your teeth to do it, it's not going to work for you, and then you are going to say that it has failed you. So please kindly ensure that you do according to what I'm saying. Please, all that I'm saying is that immediately after your menstruation, you take one of the seeds, you open it, and then after opening the first layer, you also remove the black coat from it. The black coat is very poisonous, please, so don't take it along with the white coat. So you remove the black coat from it, and then you only swallow the white coat or the white seed inside it. That is what you are going to do. So after doing it, you see that your womb will shift upward. Please, if you take more than one, it is going to make you to be infertile for 2 years. So if you take 2 years, it means that for 2 years you are not going to have children. And then if you take one for a whole year, you are not going to have children. But there are some people, they are very fertile. So for them, every 3 months they are supposed to take one. Every 3 months they are supposed to take one. Please ensure that you don't take more than necessary. Else, if you put your fingers down there, you see that your fingers will not touch your womb. Your womb will not even be felt. So please kindly ensure that you take just a few quantity. Don't go and abuse this particular one just because you don't want to have children any moment from now. You don't know what is going to happen. Maybe there may be something that will happen, and then you will see that you want to have a child again. So, but please note that this one, it is irreversible. If you take this particular herb and then you later decide that you want to have children, assuming that you take it for 2 years and then within the 2 years you want to have children, it is not going to be possible. There is nothing that anybody is going to do for you to have the children. So please kindly ensure that you make the right decision before you take it. So if you want to decide that for 3 years you don't have children, it means you are going to take 3. But please, the maximum you can take is the 3. So you take 3 at once. If you know that you are going to have children after 3 years, then you take the 3. But if you know that after 2 years you are going to have children, you take only 2. If after 1 year you take only 1, please. But I'm saying that for those people who are very fertile, there are some people, they know that for them they are very, very, very fertile. No matter the family planning method that they use, sometimes it fails them. If you are that type, then it means that every 3 months you are going to swallow only one seed. That is what you are going to do. And then if you want to have children later, you just stop it. You just stop taking it. But please, I'm repeating again that kindly ensure that you peel all the coats and then you take only the white one, and then take it immediately after your menstruation, and then it is going to work for you. Kindly also note that you are not going to use your teeth to remove the black coat, else it is not going to work for you. Use your fingers or your nails to peel it off. Now let's look at other spiritual purposes and other physical uses. So for the physical uses, this one can be used to treat dandruff, or if you are a woman and then you want a lot of hair, you can also use the castor oil plant and then its seeds. So what we are going to do is that for the dandruff, or for those people who need a lot of hair, you first of all boil guava leaves. So after boiling the guava leaves, you sieve the water, and then after sieving the water, you add onions. You blend onions, raw onions, and then you add to it. Then you sieve that water. So when you are going to sleep, you use it to wash your hair, and then after washing your hair, you just put on a hair cap and then you go and sleep. The following morning, you now use warm water to rinse off the guava leaves and then the onion water that you have used to wash your hair. You rinse it off. Then after rinsing it off, you now use the castor oil to smear your head. You just apply that one into your hair. So this is how you are going to use the castor oil, or this is how you are going to prepare it. What you are going to do is that you get some quantity of the seeds of the castor oil plant, and then you also get some of the leaves. You get olive oil, any pure virgin olive oil that you have. You get it and then you fry it. You fry the leaves and then the seed inside the oil. So after frying it for some time, you see that the oil will change color. So you now sieve the oil and then you put it down. You get limes and then you cut the limes into two. You squeeze the lime juice into the olive oil that you have made by frying the castor oil plant, or the castor oil leaves, and then the seeds inside. You mix the two. You mix the castor oil and then you mix the lime juice with it. You mix it very well. So you now start applying that oil twice daily into your hair, and then all the dandruff is going to leave you, and then you see that your hair will also grow. So if you need hair, you just apply it. If you have dandruff, you apply it. So that is just a simple way to get a lot of hair on your head. And then for spiritual uses, if you have any spiritual problem, for some people, they always say that they have bad dreams. They are being tormented by evil spirit and a whole lot. Then they will go to their workplace, and then somebody will go and sprinkle something there, and then they will come home. They will be very sick and all that. If you have that problem, what you do is that you wake up early morning, and then you go to the male castor oil plant. The male castor oil plant is the one with the red stalk. Please, there is one with yellow stalk. That one is the female. So you go to the male one early morning, and then you pray before it, and then you tell God your problem. You now sprinkle some salt around it, and then you take the leaves with 7 petals. See that some of the leaves, it is divided into 7. One leaf is divided into 7 petals. So that is what you are going to take. You take 7 of it, and then you come and squeeze it inside water. You use 2 hands to squeeze it very well. So after squeezing, what you do is that every evening around maybe 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. or 12 a.m., you just first some of the water to rinse your body. Please, you are not going to use soap or sponge or anything. You just use it to rinse your body, and then you pray. So you do it for 7 days. This particular herb, when it comes to spirituality, it works very well. Even when a child is dead for 70 minutes, you can use it to resurrect the child. So what we are going to do is that you just, if the child dies within the 70 minutes, you just put 7 of the leaves. That one, you are not going to pluck the one with 7 petals. By any one that you get, you just pluck them, 7 of it, and then you put the child at where, you see that in most of the homes, when it rains, there is a particular place that they fetch the water from the roof. So you just put the child from to that or at that place, and then you now pour water onto the roof. So the water will come and touch the child. What I'm saying is that you put the leaves at where, when water hit the roof, it pours to the ground. That is where you are going to put the 7 leaves, and then you put the child on it. You now pour the water onto the roof, and then you see that the water will fall on the child. So immediately the water falls on the child, you see that the child will just wake up. This works miraculously. A lot of people will say that this is not something that is real, but you can try it in your house, and then you bring your testimony onto my page, The Remedies, on Facebook. So please, all the remedies that I post here, if you have any testimony, you can share with others on my Facebook page, which is also named as the Remedies on Facebook. And then, as I've said, if you have any spiritual problem, you can use the castor oil plant, the leaves. You can use it to solve that problem. If somebody does something to you spiritually and it is harming you, you can do that. You can use it to bath. I also make some soaps from it with this particular leaf. I make some soaps from it, and then I add some other leaves to it. So if you also need those spiritual soaps, you can WhatsApp the number that you see on the screen. If you WhatsApp it, it is coming to me, and then I can send you some of the soaps. And then you also use it if you have any spiritual problem like bad dreams and all those stuff. We always use this particular castor oil plant to do it. So please, the castor oil plant, kindly make sure that any time that you see it, you make good use of it. And then nobody should try to shit on this particular castor oil plant leaf. Just because it is broad, it doesn't mean that you should be shitting on it. When you do that, it is not good. Sometimes it may bring a lot of deaths among your children. So please kindly desist from that. It is not good for you to be doing that. And then if you also have any spiritual problem, and then you think that all the time you are being tormented by the devil, you can get the leaves with 7 petals, and then you fry it inside a pot. You put it in a pot, and then you don't add any water or any oil or anything, but you allow it to burn. And then after bending, you just grind it. So after grinding, you just mix it with your pomade, and then you start using it. You see that all those spiritual problems will just leave your life. All those witches and evil spirit tormenting you will leave. This particular herb has a lot of uses that we cannot stop mentioning, or we cannot even finish talking about it. If you have stretch marks, and then you apply the castor oil that I talk about by frying the castor oil plant leaves and then the olive oil, and then you apply on the stretch marks, within some time the stretch marks will just leave you. So please kindly ensure that you make good use of it. Thank you very much for watching this particular video. Bye. Please kindly remember to click on the subscribe button to subscribe to our channel, and then the notification button. Thank you very much.